Let us start our session. Slowly, we are going through some of our concepts in Tableau. So we have seen different types of charts. And some more charts we are going to see in some time. We have discussed the concepts of sorting and filtering. So we'll continue from there. So in the last class, we have seen dimension filters. And then we have seen context filters. Let us continue from here and we'll try and discuss some concepts. So create a new worksheet and we are going to see date filters. So let us put our sales onto your row shelf. And then let us put our order date onto your column shelf. So convert this into a continuous line chart. And then you can drill down quarter, month-wise. You can add some text. So this is our continuous line chart. What we have created. And then we are going to put our order date onto your filter shelf. And then you are going to see this window. So here you select range of dates and click on next. So this filter is more or less similar to us. So you have options like relative dates, a range of dates, starting date, ending date, special. So let us try these things one by one. So if you select range of dates, so click on apply, click on OK, and now right click and select show filter. So this is my filter. Now I can change my dates from here. So I can change my dates. Accordingly, my visualization is going to change. So starting from 1st December onwards, 2010. Okay, these are the values, December 2010. Starting from here, I want to see all the values up to December 31st. 2013. So this is what I have. Starting from 1st December. Starting from 1st December. Now, I can go here. I can remove this filter. I can say hide card. And then I can go here. I can say edit filter. Now, range of dates option you have seen. How it works. Now you are going to see starting date. So you can decide what should be the starting date first. Okay, I can go here, click on starting date, and now I can decide what should be my starting date. 2nd February 2011 and going up to December 2030. I want to see the values. Click on apply. So starting from February, I am able to see all my values. Starting from February. I am able to see all my values. Going up to December. So we are applying date filters like this. We are filtering on dates. Now, I can right click here and I can say edit filter. Now I can go to ending date. So I can decide what should be my ending date. So I want ending date to be May 16th, 2012. Apply. So now I am able to see only values up till May 2012. So like this, you can filter out your values based on dates. Based on dates, we can filter out our values. Now, then what more you can do? You can say edit filter. You can say special. So if you click on special, and if you want to view any null values you have in your data set, you can view your null values. So what is happening? There are no null values in your data set. So that is the reason why you are not able to see your visualization. We are not able to see anything. So now you can say edit filter, click on special, you can say all dates, click on apply. Now again, you are able to get back to your visualization. So like this, you have to explore different options that you have. Edit filters and then you can go to special, you can go to relative dates. This option you can go. And then again, you can say years. So I want to go back from 2013 July. I want to go back last 3 years. So I'm saying from this year, give me data for last 3 years. I'm saying this. Click on apply. Click on OK. So what is happening? Last 3 years. So starting from December 2013 onwards, you are going back up to January 2011. So this information you have. Going up to January 2011. So now like this, you can set your reference. You can set what should be your reference. If you say last 4 years, then you are getting the entire data, December 2013 to January 2010. So we are getting all the 4 years data. All 4 years data we are getting from 2013 to 2010. All 4 years. So this is how you can apply different options. Range of dates, starting date, ending date, special values, relative dates, all these things you can apply. So save our work, date filter, what we have applied. So I can rename the sheet as date filter. I have this. And now, similarly, you can have measure filter. Measure filter you can. Now, what is this measure filter? Let us put our profits onto your rows. Let us put our order date onto your column shelf. Change this to continuous. So I have month-wise information. Now I can put my profits onto my filter. So now select sum. Click on next. So now this filter is exactly same as your date filter, what we have just seen, except we don't have a relative. So range of values. Now you can select range of values, whatever you want to view. This is my range. Click on apply. So I want to view my profit starting from minus 14,000 to 1,08,760. So I can view my profits. In this manner, I can view my profits. So this is a range. Now, I can change this and my visualization is going to change. Starting from 3,997, I want to view my profits. So you can set any range like this and accordingly it is going to change your visualization. So you're applying your filters on measures. You're applying filters on measures. Now, what more I can do? I can set some minimum value. So we can set some minimum value. We'll go to edit filter. At least profit. I won't have minimum profit as 0. So now this is your minimum value for your profit, 0. So I want to view only my positive profit numbers. I want to view only my positive profit numbers. Now, I can also say edit filter, and then I can go to at most maximum profit. I want to view maximum profit of 50,000, not more than that. So it is only going to give me profit numbers up to 50,000. So profit only up to 50,000 first. So this is what we can understand. So at least value you can set, at most value you can set, all these things you can do. And you can try and create your measure filters like this. Okay, so you can always do this. So far we have seen our dimension filters. So we have seen our context filters, measure filters, and then we have seen our date filters. So all these filters you can remember. Now, let us go to what are the other things we can do. So we have seen date filters. So let us experiment with hierarchical filters first. Okay, let us do that. So save our work and then click on this option, select rename hierarchical filters. So now before I do this, let me remove this hierarchy. So we have removed this hierarchy. Now put your profits onto your row shelf. Put your category onto column shelf. Put your subcategory onto your column shelf. Okay, and then put your category onto filter shelf. Click on apply, click on OK. Put your subcategory onto your filter shelf. Click on apply, click on OK. So this is what we have. Now I'm going to say show filter. I'm going to say show filter. So you have product category filter here. You have product subcategory filter here. So now what I can do, I can simply drag and drop this just for the sake of convenience. I want to put my category on top of my subcategories. Now what you are going to do, observe. Rotate your labels. So my labels have rotated. And then suppose if I uncheck this box, furniture. Now what is happening? My furniture items, I am able to exclude from my visualization. I am able to filter out my furniture items. But what is happening? My subcategory filter is not reflecting the changes. So whatever changes I am getting on my visualization, my subcategory filter is not able to reflect those changes. So this is not changed. When I change my parent, my child should also change automatically. So now suppose if you change your parent, only technology you have. So my child should also reflect only items which are present in technology first. So it should give us this result. So we have to understand how can we do this. So simply if you click on your subcategory here, and then if you say only relevant items. So click on your subcategory, and if you say only relevant values, click on that. Then now if you see, it is going to reflect all the changes, whatever you make in the parent. Your child is automatically going to change. So this is called as hierarchical filter. So the filter, which is in the form of a hierarchy for us. So if you change the parent, your child is automatically going to change. So this is called as hierarchical filters. So now observe. If I add only furniture, now it is going to show me only items, only subcategories which are there in furniture, it is going to show. If I add technology, it is going to show me items which are present in furniture and also technology. It is going to show me these things. So this is called as hierarchical filters for us. So this is one method how you can create your hierarchical filters. Let us try to do another method. So for that, first we are supposed to create our hierarchy. So go to hierarchy, create hierarchy, and I can say product hierarchy for us. And then I can drop my subcategory here. So this is the hierarchy what we have created. Now I can put my profits, and then I can put my product hierarchy here. So I have my product category, product subcategory, and then I have my product category. Click on apply, put it onto your filter shelf. So put your product category onto your filter shelf, put your product subcategory onto your filter shelf. Click on apply, click on OK. So now what is going to happen? You can say show filter. You can say show filter again. Put your product category on top of your product subcategory. We have this. Now, change your labels, rotate your labels. So I have rotated my labels. Now, if I change my parent, automatically what is happening? The changes are being reflected in child. So we don't have to go and select only relevant values in this case, because we have already created a hierarchy. So because of that, it is able to reflect all the changes in your child filter also. So if you uncheck technology, everything will be gone. Then if you want furniture, it is only going to show you the items present in your furniture category. So this is another way of creating your hierarchical filter. So you can say furniture, you can say office supplies. It is only going to show you items which are present in furniture and office supplies first. So that is how we can create our hierarchical filters. So this is method 1, this is method 2 for us. Method 1 and method 2. Now, so remember all these filters what we have seen. Dimension filter, context filters, date filters, measure filters, and now hierarchical filters first. So save our work. And you can call this as hierarchical filter, method 2. Empty. So this is all about our filters, what we have. Now grouping. There is another concept called as grouping first. So let us try to understand grouping. So click on a new worksheet and you can say grouping. Groups. So put your subcategory onto your column shelf and then put your sales onto your row shelf. Swap it. Change this view to entire view. Now, how can we group? So simply, instead of sales, let us take profits for this example. Now, I want to group all the subcategories which are making negative profits, which are making losses first. I want to group all those subcategories. So how can I do this? I can click on this and then there is a hair clip icon, group. So what you're going to do, press Control on your keyboard, click on group. Okay. Now it has only created tables, but I don't want this. Press Control Z, come out of that. And now press Control and then you see there is an option called as group here. This is your hair clip icon. Click on that. And then again click on this. So all the subcategories which are making losses for us or negative profits. So these are all the subcategories. Now create a group. So now you see it has created the group for all the subcategories which are making losses. So I have tables. Okay. So I have tables, scissors, trimmers, bookcases, rubber bands, all these things I have because they are making losses. Now what I can do, I can rename this. I can say edit alias and I can say negative profits. All these items are making negative profits first. So this is one group what we have created. So you can segregate your items into different groups. One group we have created, negative profits. Another, press Control on your keyboard, and I can call it as subcategories which are making less profits first. So all these items are making less profits first. So I can right click and I can say edit alias and then less profits. So it's another group for us. And instead of others, I can change them to high profits. So there is one group what we have created, which is making negative profits. One group what we have created, which is making less profits. One group which is called as high profits. So you have to remember that groups are always static in nature. Groups are always static in nature. Suppose if my pens subcategory, if it makes negative profits, then in the next quarter, I have to manually go and I have to update this item. I have to change this item from less profits. I have to change that item to negative profits first. So groups are static. So whatever changes in your value is going to occur. It is not going to get reflected here first. It is not going to automatically update your group. So groups are static. So this is one way of creating your groups. What you have just done. So groups from your data points. So we have just created our groups from our data points. Now, you can also create groups in another way. Put your profits onto your columns, put your rows, subcategory on your rows. Now I'm going to group from my headers. So I want to group all these categories, tables, okay, scissors, rubber bands, and bookcases. I want to form a group. So now you see, it is giving us what is the consolidated net loss we are making because of all these subcategories. What is the consolidated net loss we are making? So we are grouping from our labels. So now what you can do, I can click on this and I can say edit alias. I can change the name. I can change it to losses. I can click on OK here. So you see, it has created one group called as losses first. Okay. Now I can put my profits onto color shell. So you see, this is losses. So this is another way of creating our groups. What we are doing, we are grouping from the labels first. So we have seen grouping from our data points. We have seen grouping from our labels. Now what more you can do? You can group from your, you can create your custom groups. So save your work. We can create our custom groups. So I can rename this as custom groups. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put my profits onto my column shelf, put my subcategories onto my row shelf, change this to entire view, save it, and then right click on your subcategories and you can say create groups. You have this option called as create groups. Go there, give some name, custom groups. So we have given some name here. And now all my categories starting with ABC, I'm going to group them and I'm going to call that as A, B, C group. This is one group. Now next I'm going to create all my subcategories starting with E, L, O, P. I'm going to call this as another group. Okay, group number E, L, O, P. So it's another group for us. And now all the other groups, all the other subcategories, I can group them together. And then I can call this as group R, S, T. This is my group. So we have created custom groups and group ABC. This is one group. Group ELOP is another group, and RST. Click on apply, click on OK. So now you see clearly it has created one custom group for us. So groups, you are always going to have this hair clip icon. You are going to have. So now I can simply put my custom groups here before product subcategory. So now you see it has created our groups. So ABC, all of them, they are falling in this group. Appliances, binders, bookcases, all of them. This is my custom group, what we have created. ELOP is another custom group, what we have created. Then RST is another custom group, what we have created. So now you can put your custom groups onto color shelf. So now based on your groups, what you have created, it has colored your visualization. Based on your custom groups, it has colored our data. So in this manner, you can create your groups. From your data points, you can create your groups. You can create your groups from your labels. You can create your groups, and then also you can create your custom groups. So all these things you can do. So this is another concept, just like your sorting, filtering, groupings, what we have discussed, groups. So all the instructions are there in our notes. So you can go through our notes and you can simply understand how to create these things, how to create your groups. So I've shared you some notes you will be receiving by today on whatever concepts we have discussed. So you can go through our notes and you can simply apply these concepts. You can do that. Now, the next concept is for us sets. So sets are dynamic in nature. So unlike groups, sets are dynamic in nature. So we'll try to understand how this concept is going to work of sets. So let us take one example. Put your profits onto your row shelf. Put your customer name. Where is your customer name? Here it is. Put your customer name onto your columns. Add all the members. So these are all my customer names that we have. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to create one set. So for that, let us go to your customer name, put it onto your filter shelf. And then you can go to top. Select by field. And okay, let me go back. Yeah. So first thing what we have done is, we have put your customer name on column shelf. We have put your profits onto your row shelf. Then go to customer name and you can say create set first. We have something called as create set. So create a set, give it some name. I want my top 10 customers. So I'm calling it as top 10 set. And now I can go to top. I can select by field. Okay, I want to use my top 10 customers and I can say okay. So now you see it has created one set for us. So in Venn diagrams, you can understand it is a set for us. This set is going to give you your top 10 customers. So now what is that you are going to do is, you can simply drop this top 10 onto your filter sheet. So now it is giving you the list of your top 10 customers. Okay. So these are all my top 10 customers. I filtered them out. Andrea, Kathy, Nina, Mary, all these things we know. Now set is dynamic. So whenever your data set gets updated, automatically the set is also going to get updated and it is going to reflect the latest top 10 customers in your data set. So that is the reason why we call sets are dynamic first. Sets are dynamic. So now let us try to understand what are the advantages of sets. So now you can see show members in set. I can also show members who are outside the set. I can show. So I want to see both members who are present inside my set and members who are present outside my set. So you'll not be able to appreciate the logic right now. But when I put my top 10 onto color shelves, now you can understand. These are all the members who are present inside my set. These are all the members who are present outside my set. So these are my top 10 customers. These are customers who are not my top 10. So these are customers who are not my top 10. So this is what you can understand. So you can show both members inside the set and members also outside the set. If you want to see only members inside the set, then you can click on this option. It is only going to show you members who are present inside your set, inside your top 10 set. So save your work. So now we have created one set called as top 10. Then I want to create another set called as bottom 10 customers. So put your profits on rows, put your customer name on columns, add all the members, right click on customer name, select create set. And now here change the name of your set. Change it to bottom 10. And now you can go to top by field, select bottom 10 customers. So now I've created my bottom 10 set. Simply drop it into filter shelf and you can understand it is showing you the list of bottom 10 customers. It is showing you the list of bottom 10 customers first. Now, I can also see my members who are outside my set also. I can say show members in and out of set. And then I can put this bottom 10. Okay, the set what I've created. So if you see, these are all the members who are there outside my set of bottom 10. These are all the members who are there outside my set. Outside my bottom 10. These are all the members who are present inside my set of bottom 10 first. These are all the members who are present inside my bottom 10 list. So this is what we have to understand. Now save your work. And then I want to see only members inside my set. I want to see only members inside my set. So now, suppose if I want to see both top 10 and bottom 10 customers in the same visualization, how can I see? So what is that I'm going to do? Let us try this out. Create a new worksheet and then put your profits onto your row shelf and then put your customer name onto your column shelf. So I have my customer name and then let us put our bottom 10 onto filter shelf and then let us also put our top 10 onto filter shelf. Now what is happening? I'm not able to see any visualization. What is the reason for that? Because your bottom 10 and your top 10 are disjoint sets. They don't have any relationship between themselves. There is no relationship. So what is that you are going to do? You have to establish some connection. Then only this visualization is going to be possible for us. So what is that you are going to do? Remove these things from your filters and then go to your top 10, right click, and you have to say create a combined set. So only a combined set is going to work for us. So you have to apply the concept of combined sets. Apply the concepts of combined sets. So let us do that. So create a combined set for us. Now give this some name, combine 10 for us. Some name we are giving. And now we have to select 10 and select bottom 10. So how do you want to establish the relationship? So you can select these options. You want to create a union, A union B. That is what you want to create here. Top 10 union, bottom 10, A union B. So select the first option. You can also select the other options, shared members, A intersection B is there. Then you have only A is there, only B is there. Like you have many options for us. So let us try out one option, A union B first. Click on apply. So now you see, it has created for you a combined data set for us. Now this is going to filter out all our top 10 customers, and it is going to filter out all our bottom 10 customers. It is going to do that. Filtering out our bottom 10 customers and top 10 customers. So now observe what we are going to do. Drop this combined 10 onto your filter sheet. Now sort it in descending order. So these are all your top 10 customers and you have your bottom 10 customers. Top 10 customers and bottom 10 customers you have. So this, you are supposed to create your combined sets for us. And you put your profit onto color shelf. And you have now a visualization which is going to give us information about who are our top 10 customers, who are our bottom 10 customers. And this is dynamic. Whenever your data set is going to change, automatically these values are going to get updated for us. So sets are dynamic. You don't have to go and manually change them. So that is the advantage what you are having with respect to combined sets. So you know how to create a set now, a top 10 set, a bottom 10 set, and you also can combine these sets together. You have your bottom 10 customers on one side, you have your top 10 customers on one side. So I can call this as combined set first. So save your. So just 1 second. We can, that is how we can apply, we can learn some concepts and we can work out some applications in Tableau first. So it is a good exercise what we are doing all of us. So far we started off from filters today. We have discussed different types of filters. Then we have discussed groups, how to create your groups from data points, from headers, how to create your custom groups we have seen. And now we are working on our sets. So we have created two sets, top 10, bottom 10, and we have understood the concept of also combined set first. So A union B we have done. So you have to remember that sets are dynamic for us and groups are static for us. So that is the difference between sets and groups. So all these instructions are there in our notes for you to clearly follow, and you will be able to apply these concepts. So they are very much similar like filter. So top 10 you can create. The concept is similar to Venn diagrams. Okay. And then the window for set is very similar to filter, except the wildcard option will be missing first. So create bottom 10 list, create top 10 list, and then we have created our A union B. So this is what we have created. Combined set we have created. Now, let us take a break here for 10 minutes. And then after the break, we are going to come back and we resume our discussion. So take a break and good job. So let us continue our discussion. So now we can discuss our concept called as parameters. So let us try this out. Parameters. So how are we going to create this? Is put your profits onto your row shelf and then put your customer name onto your column shelf. So we have all our customers. Then put your customer name onto your filter shelf. Okay, then go to top, select by field, and then create a new parameter. So all this while, what we have been doing is, we have been hard coding the value. I want to see top 10 customers, so we were giving 10. I want to see top 5 customers, we were giving 5. So we were all hard coding the values. We were doing this. But now I don't want to hard code my values. I want to give the choice to my customer. To my user, I want to give the choice. So what number he wants to find out, he can find out. Who are your top 10 customers, top 5, top 17, top 20, top 25, how many ever he wants, he can find out. See, we want to give the choice to the user. So how can we give the choice to the user? That is what we are going to see in a parameters discussion. So what we are going to do here is, I'm going to say create a new parameter, and then I'm going to say it is showing me all these. It is giving me this window. So give it some name. I'm going to say top customers. Okay, and then you have different options here. If you see carefully, you have different options here. You have range option, you have list option, you have all option. Now, if you select range option, so you have to mention what is the minimum value. What is the maximum value? You have to mention. So now minimum value is 1, maximum value, let us mention 10. Okay, and then click on OK. Click on apply, click on OK. So now what has happened, what is that we have done just now is, we have applied something called as a parameter first. So if you see, if you scroll down here, this has created a parameter. It is called as top customers first. So now if I right click and if I say show parameter, so now you see, we are getting this control. We are getting this control first. So now with the help of this control, I can decide how many top customers I want to see. So if I want to see top 9 customers, then I can simply use this slider. So these are my top 9 customers. So then I can also again slide it. These are my top 8 customers. These are my top 6 customers. So now the user is having the control here. So user is having the control. So user can decide how many ever customers he want to see, and he can simply change this value. Accordingly, this visualization is going to change. So this is called as the concept of parameters. And we are trying out something called as range under this parameter function. So when I change this, automatically it is going to change your visualization. So now if I go here, if I say edit parameter, And now I get the same window here. So instead of range, if I select list, okay, I can select what values I want. So now let us remove selected, remove these values. Click to add 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. These are the values I want to see. Click on OK. Now if you see, we are supposed to enter only a list of values. We cannot enter whatever value we want. So we have to enter only 1, 5, 10, 15, and 20. These are the only values what we are supposed to enter. So now if you click on the slider option that we have, so after 1, you are going to get 5. After 5, you are going to get 10. After 10, you are going to get 15. After 15, 20. So apart from this list of values, you cannot enter whatever value you want. It is not possible. So if I give 18, it is not going to show any result first. If I enter 14, it is not going to show any result. So you are supposed to only give the list of values here. You are only supposed to give the list of values. Apart from that list, you are not supposed to give any other numbers. It is not going to work. So suppose if you give 15, it is going to work for us. So because 15 is a value which is present in your list. So accordingly, you have to mention only those things which are available in your list. Otherwise, it is not going to work. So now, let us experiment with something else. Let us go for edit parameter, and then you can supply all values. You can select all options. Click on OK. Now, if I want to see my top 37 customers, so these are my top 37 customers. So I can get this result. Okay. So now I can enter any value. If I have my top 19 customers, these are my top 19 customers. So you can enter any value because you are giving that option of all you are selecting. So user can enter any number that he wants. User can enter any number that he wants. So this is called as parameters. You can give the user a choice to select what value he wants, and accordingly he can influence this visualization. That is what he can. He can influence any visualization first. So you can use parameters to control sheets. So I can use my parameters to control my sheets. Now suppose if I've given profit here, and then if I've given my customer name, add all my members, and then customer name onto filter shell. I want to use this parameter. Okay, what I've created, I want to use this parameter, top customers. Click on apply, click on apply. And now, whatever changes I make here in this sheet, whatever changes I make in my parameter sheet, those same changes are going to get reflected in my sheet number 37. Those same changes are going to get reflected on sheet number 37. So now if you observe, if I make changes here, if I see only my top 7 customers, then in sheet number 37 also, it is going to display only top 7 customers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Top 7. So whatever changes you are making to parameters sheet, you can control your sheet number 37 also. So if you say top 1 customer, who is my top 1 customer? So then here also you are going to get your top 1 customer. So this is what we have to understand. So parameters can be used to control different sheets. And if you want to keep these 2 sheets separate, then you have to use 2 parameters. You can keep these 2 sheets separate first. That is the concept. So you can give the user the choice. So these are all concepts in Tableau which are going to help you create your visualizations. So filters, groups, sets, and parameters first, and sorting concepts. So remember all these concepts, they are going to help us. Now, you can save your work and then you can work out some examples. So now let us see one simple example. Okay, what is that example is? Let us try to create one custom chart. So we have to connect to one data set here. So how do you connect to this data set? Click on this option, select data set, Microsoft Excel, and so you have these options. Okay, so select a text file. So you have some more options here. So you have your coffee chain data set. So let us use this. So this is our coffee chain data set. So we are connected to that. So this is our second data set. Now observe what we are going to do. We are going to create one visualization, one custom chart. Okay. You have something called a state. Put it onto your rows. You have budget profit. Put it onto your columns. You have profit. Put it onto your rows. Sorry, put it onto your columns. Now you can reverse this budget profit. So what I'm going to do, edit axis, and I'm going to say reverse. So now you see, this axis has been reversed for us. Okay. And then what I can do is, I can simply add one calculated field. We are going to discuss this. So I'm adding calculated field called as 0 axis. Okay, enter the value 0 here. Click on apply, click on OK. So this first time we are using something called as calculated field. Going to give us all calculations and all. We are going to see in our coming sessions how to write these calculations, how to use our functions. And I'm going to drop this 0 axis in the middle. Somewhere in between, I'm going to drop this. Okay. So I have my zero axis here. And now go to your zero axis shelf and put your state. Put your state onto your zero axis. And then you can select center. Okay, now we have our states in this manner. Okay. So now I have my states, all my states. And then right click and I can say uncheck this option. So uncheck show header. So now your headers are gone. You have your states here. And then I can go to my zero axis shelf. I can select text option here. So I have my text here, fine. And now I'm going to put my budget profit onto my color shelf. So I have this color, budget profit. I'm going to go to my profit shelf, put your profit onto color. So now you can change. You can say edit colors, put orange. And then you can sort it in ascending order or descending order. So this custom chart, what we have created, is going to help you compare your budget profits with your actual profits for every state. So what is this doing? We can compare. So if you see Illinois budget profit is 29,000. Actual profit is more. So Illinois state is doing well. If you look at Ohio budget profit is 11,960, but actual profit is only 10,000. So Ohio is not doing well. Then similarly, if you see Washington, budget profit is 12,300, but actual profit is only 11,400. So Washington is also not doing well. So you can understand the performance. New Mexico is not doing well. New Hampshire is not doing well. Missouri is not doing well. Louisiana is not doing well. So in this manner, you can compare your budget profits with your actual profits. So this custom chart, what we have created is called as butterfly chart first. So you can create these kind of custom charts based on your requirement, and you can use them for your analysis. So you can rename this as butterfly chart. So we can create these kind of custom visualizations and you can do your analysis. So now it is that time of the day, 8:30, where attendance link has already been circulated first. So please try to fill in your details. And you can always come back and you can listen to our session. So try to fill in your attendance sheet. It has already been circulated first. So try to work on your attendance sheet. So I'll give you 2 minutes time. All of you try to fill in your attendance sheet. So I hope all of you have filled in your attendance form. So that is the most important thing for us. So in this manner, we can create our own custom charts. So we are working with our coffee chain data set. So whenever you are connected to any data source, you are going to automatically see this blue color tick. So blue color tick mark you are going to see, that means you are connected to that data source first. Now, if you click on view data, you can understand what are all the columns that you have: area code, market, market size, product, product ID, state, all this information. So we are using our data set. Now new calculated field also we have created 0 axis. So that is also visible in our data set. So that is how you are supposed to work out. So you can connect your data sources like this. You can connect to another data source, global superstore. So you can do that in the same manner. Connect, go to Microsoft Excel. You can say global superstore. And then you can simply drag your orders worksheet. Okay, this is my orders worksheet. And now I'm connected to my orders global superstore. So this is all my data that I have. And now, okay. So we have all these data sets. Okay, we are connected to global superstore. So connections are very easy like this. Very straightforward connections are there. And you can use them. Okay. So now you can also create another custom chart. It is called as bump chart for us. So let us try to connect your global superstore and then put your order date onto column shell. So we have our order date, put it onto your column shell. Okay. And then put your sales onto your row field. So put your sales onto your row field. So we have your discrete line chart. And then put your market onto color shelf. So we have our market. Put your market onto color shelf. Okay, so we have all these markets: Asia Pacific, Canada, EMEA, Europe and Middle East, European Union, Latin America, US. All these markets. Now what you are going to do, right click on sales and select quick table calculations. So right click on sales and select quick table calculations. So we have seen one yesterday. What was that? Percentage of total. So today we are going to see rank. So you have this. So you are going to rank these markets, right? So that is the reason why we have selected rank. And now you can select compute using market. So you can say compute using my market. So I have these lines with you. Now I can change from automatic to line. Okay. And then I can make it standard. Entire view I can say. I can increase the size. So this is called as your bump chart first. What more you can do is change your sales to discrete. So now you can understand what is happening here. So what we have done is have managed to create this chart for us. So bump chart, what is happening is you have your ranks here. This is rank 1. So Asia Pacific has remained in rank 1 position. But if you see what is happening in US, it has remained in rank 2 in 2011. It has fallen to rank 3 in 2013. And then again, it has stayed like this. Whereas if you see European Union, it has moved from rank 3 in 2011 to rank 2 in 2002. So you can understand how different markets have performed, how they have changed using this bump chart first. So all the instructions are there, and you can simply follow these instructions and you'll be able to create this bump chart first. So let us try to do that again, much slower now. And you can cancel these visualizations like this. So what we have done, we have put our sales onto your ocean, and then put our state. Okay, not state. Put our order date. Onto your column shelf. So far, so good. Now put your state onto your color shelf. Okay, not state, market. Put your market onto your color shelf. So now we have different markets. And then right click on sales, go for quick table calculation rank. And then you set compute using market for us. So you have this line chart. And now convert your sales to discrete. And then change the chart type to line. So we have your bump chart first. So the same result what we got previously, we are also getting it now. So you can call this as your bump chart first. So it's another custom visualization, what you can create to understand the performance of your markets. To understand the performance of your markets, you can do this. So these are good visualizations, what you can create, and you can do your analysis. So all these concepts are important for us. So we have seen through these charts, we have seen small important concepts like calculated fields. We have seen this. And then we have seen quick table calculations. So all these are important concepts what we are going to see going forward. We have seen compute. So all these are important things what we are going to see in our coming sessions. So remember these terms: calculated fields, quick table calculations, and compute using. All these terms are important for us. Now, create a new sheet. Let us go back to our sample superstore data. And now all of you have understood our concepts. Our concepts we have seen so far in our discussion. Now, I told you there is a possibility of integrating with R, and we have seen this previously, but we have not used calculated fields to discuss this concept. I have just showed you the connection. It was working. But how to actually use? Let us try to understand how you can actually try to use. So for that, we have to open our R Studio. So I'm going to open my R Studio. So this tool should be very familiar for us. We have spent enough time on this. So we have to install our package. And then I'm saying rsir. Remember the package what we have used, rsir package. And then you are supposed to say library rsir. You're going to say library rsir. And then you're going to say rsir. So now you are able to start your connection. So your connection is started here. Now you are going to go back to Tableau. And then you have to go to home. And then here you can go to help, go to settings and performance. And then you can click on manage, analytics, extension, click on that. So now your host name is localhost. You remember I told you by default, your R is going to work on your port number 6311. So now I can simply say test connection. So connection is working, successfully connected. And now save this connection. So now we are connected to R. We are good to go. Again, click on this home button. So now what we are going to do is we are going to talk to R. So how are we going to talk to R is put your profits here onto your column shell, put your subcategories onto your row shell. So this is the information that I have. Now you can communicate with R. You can communicate with R through calculated fields. So we are slowly entering into the concept of calculated fields for us. Slowly going to discuss about calculated fields. So now you have to go to analysis and you have to click on create calculated field first. So now I'm going to create one calculated field called as expected profit. So for that, you have to talk to R. So what are the functions that you can use to talk to R is so we have to use these commands. So I'll explain you how these commands are going to work. So now it is saying there are some errors. So let us try to fix these errors. Okay. Closing parentheses. So close that. Again, it is saying there are errors. Let us try to go back to this. And then use this code for us. Yeah. So now, reference to undefined field quantity. So do we have this word quantity? Oh, quantity is not there here. So that is what it is saying. It is not able to understand that. So quantity, let's make it ordered new. Fine. So now the calculation is valid. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to understand how to predict our profit. So that is what we are doing. Predict our profit. And then we are using one linear model, one equation we are using. So what is our target variable? It is profit. What is our independent variables? These are our independent variables. Based on quantity and discount, I want to predict my profit. This is just an example, what we are doing here. So based on our quantity ordered and discount, I want to predict my profits. So this is the calculation what we are doing. And these are the commands what you are supposed to use. Script underscore real. This is the command what you can use to interact with R. Okay. And then this is the function which is used in R. So we are writing our R program commands in our Tableau. So that is what we are doing. So whatever we have discussed in R, you can apply them in Tableau, and you are supposed to work out some examples. So that is what you are supposed to understand. So now, what is that we are supposed to do? We are supposed to save that calculated field, but we have not done that. So go to create calculated field here. That is the code, and you have to change these things here. So quantity ordered new. So change that, and then change this name to expected profit. So now you can click on apply and then click on OK. So now you see there is a calculated field what we have created. It is called as expected profit. So now if you add this thing onto your column shelf, some calculations it is going to do in the background. So you see it is speaking to R, and it has computed the calculations first, and it has made our predictions. It has made our predictions. So successfully, we are able to integrate our Tableau tool with R. And then we are able to speak to R, we are able to write small commands, and we are able to use the concept of calculated fields. And we are able to write these small commands. So these are some important points, some advanced topics in Tableau first. So communicating with R. So we have discussed this because we know how to work with R, and we also know how to work with Tableau. So we have successfully able to integrate these things. So remember these functions, LM functions, and fitted means predicted values. So we are going to find out our predicted values. We want that. These are all our predictions. And these are all our actual values. So that is what we are doing. You can put your expected profit onto color shell. Okay. So you see, instead of doing this, I can simply remove this from here. And then I can go to expected profit, change the color. So orange data points are predicted profits first. And blue color points, these are actual profits first. So that is what you have to understand. So we are successfully able to integrate our R and Tableau together. So that is how you are supposed to apply the concepts of R, what we have discussed in Tableau. So make sure you rename this integration with what we have done. And you can save your work. So whenever you see anything with an equal to sign here, you are going to call it as expected profit. So attendance link, I hope you are able to find it in your chat window. If not, again, we are going to circulate attendance link in just few minutes. So try to fill in your details, all those who have missed out, and you can attend our sessions. So that is the idea. So good exercise. What we are doing so far, we have been able to create some good concepts. So now, if you click on the small arrow here, these are all the functions which are available for us. So what is the function we have used? Script underscore boolean, you can use. Script underscore int, you can use. Real, you can use. So you see, it is telling us these commands you can use to integrate with R. So these are the functions what you are supposed to use to integrate with R. Similarly, in Python also, you can integrate these things. With Python also, we can do those things. So remember, integration with R will happen on port number 6311. This is the port number where your integration is going to happen. So remember that. So today we have seen a lot of interesting things, starting from filters, starting from our date filters. We have seen many concepts. Measure filters, apply your measures on filters. Hierarchical filters, we have seen. Two methods we have discussed in hierarchical filters. So remember both these methods. And then method 1, method 2. And grouping, we have seen different types of groups, what we have created. Grouping from data points, grouping from headers, and also custom groups. So these things we have seen. And then we have also created our sets. So sets are dynamics we have seen. We have created our top 10 data set. We have created our bottom 10 set. And then we have discussed the concept of combined set. So how to combine them using the concept of A union B. We have discussed this. Using combined sets. And then we have also discussed parameters. So different options we have seen for parameters. We have used our range option, then list option we have used, and then all these things we have seen, mentioning the minimum value, maximum value, list of values, and all values. So parameters, you are going to give control to users. So this is what we have to understand, giving control to users. And then you can control two sheets using our parameters, controlling two sheets using our parameters. This is what we have seen. And then we have seen some custom charts. So the custom charts, we have introduced the concept of calculated fields. We have created one calculated field, 0 axis. So you can compare your budget profits and actual profits. We have created this butterfly chart. This bump chart we have created for comparing your sales performance. And then finally, integration with R. So all these concepts are practically applicable. You can also do them on your dashboards, on your visualizations. So going forward, we are going to continue in the same direction. We'll be discussing all the relevant concepts, and then we'll continue our way forward. So please try to circulate the attendance link to all the students again. So do that, and we can break for the day here. And we are going to continue like always tomorrow onwards. And then we'll discuss more concepts. Till then, take care and bye.